there chosen by Modi-Yunus's team to present to Prime Minister Modi. Take our viewers through the details. I will be joined by my colleague Pia in just a short moment from now, but visuals of Modi-Yunus presenting a photograph to Prime Minister Modi there on your screens. My colleague Pia Man with us back on the broadcast. Pia, we've been told that Modi-Yunus has presented a throwback photograph of the Indian Science Congress from 2015 to Prime Minister Narendra Modi during their bilateral visit. Take our viewers through the details. It's a very interesting choice for a gift.
Indeed, Devika, as I was saying earlier, there was a lot of speculation whether this meeting would take place in the first place or not. There's, of course, been growing tensions between India and Bangladesh ever since the ouster of Sheikh Hasina last year itself. But of course, yesterday itself, the Bangladeshi Foreign Ministry had quashed all speculations. They did, in fact, come out and say that yes, there is a meeting taking place, although our MEA was silent. But I'd like to talk a little more about this particular photo. It was taken at the opening ceremony of the 102nd Indian Science Congress. It was held in Mumbai on the 3rd of January in 2015. There were a slew of very senior people over there, including Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Devendra Fadnavis. There was also Indian Union Minister of Science and Technology of that time, Dr. Harshvardhan. There were about 12,000 delegates present for this particular event held at Mumbai. And, in fact, the gold medal that was presented to Professor Yunus was, in fact, for giving the poorest a life of hope, opportunity and dignity. This is what the press release that was formally put out has said. There was a 20,000 strong audience. Remember, 12,000 of these were, of course, delegates. In fact, Prime Minister Modi, during his speech back then, has said that they're, of course, honoring Nobel laureates whose work in science has given new hope against dreaded diseases, and also have those whose understanding of social science has given the poorest a life of hope, opportunity and dignity. He's, of course, referred to the Grameen Bank, something that has revolutionized the lives of countless people in Bangladesh itself. It was a 45-minute long speech that the Prime Minister had given before, giving this gold medal to Yunus. And incidentally, as you mentioned earlier, it was a 45-minute meeting that was held between Prime Minister Modi and Modi-Yunus. Of course, despite all strains, despite the pivot towards Pakistan and China, and of course Yunus's recent remarks, you can see the leaders are all smiles, but whether this will yield in anything constructive remains to be seen. And I would also like to point out towards another thing our viewers can see on our screens. Our Foreign Secretary, Ambassador Vikram Misri, of course, had given a press conference following this particular bilateral meeting. There's been a lot of tensions over border skirmishes that have been taking place. Attacks on minorities in Bangladesh has been one particular issue as well. So if we can listen in to what Ambassador Misri has said.
Prime Minister also met today with Professor Modi-Yunus, the Chief Advisor of the interim government of Bangladesh. Prime Minister reiterated India's support for a democratic, stable, peaceful, progressive and inclusive Bangladesh. He underlined that India believed in a people-centric approach to the relationship, and highlighted the cooperation between the two countries over a long period of time that has delivered tangible benefits to people in both countries. And in this spirit, he once again underlined to Professor Yunus India's desire to forge a positive and constructive relationship with Bangladesh based on a spirit of pragmatism. Prime Minister also urged in this regard that any rhetoric that vitiates the environment is best avoided. On the border, strict enforcement of the law and the prevention of illegal border crossings.
Meanwhile, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has presented a comprehensive 21-point action plan during the 6th BIMSTEC Summit in Bangkok, outlining an ambitious roadmap for cooperation across various sectors, among